As we're getting into sports, BetOnline is the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for everything football. From the preseason NFL to college kicking off, BetOnline has every stat, every matchup, and even live odds and spreads while the games are being played. You think you know your stuff? Get into the winner-take-all $300,000 NFL Survivor pool for the upcoming season. When the game's over, head on over to our online casino and get a game of blackjack or poker run by with one of our over 150 slot games they have. Head to the website today and use promo code BLEAV, that's BLEAV, and get in on the action. Bet online. The game starts here. Code BLEAV, capital BLEAV. All right, so let's get straight to the Patreon emails. This is part one. How many suspensions did we have last week? So do you have the suspensions?
Yeah.
Who's suspended?
Okay, so hang on. It's got to work its way back around.
All right. Well, here, just when it comes around, let me know. Let's start. First one's Adam from Boston. The subject is MVP and Lashley. My question is both Konnan and Disco. I'm sure some of you have heard by now that Lashley's pretty much done the WWE and MVP is already gone. It's a big disappointment, in my opinion. Konnan is a booker and Disco is a former member of the booking process. How does it make sense that the WWE did not want to put MVP and Lashley back together? As bookers, what exactly would be the downside of putting those two back as a unit? They were a perfect duo and we've only brought even more star power to the show. Thanks for your time, fellas. Adam, that's from Boston. I don't know, dude. I mean, they took them apart. They probably still a lot of value together. You know, what do you want to do? Like come up with like 8 months worth of TV for them? Like off the top of my head, I don't know. You know, yeah, they were good. They were a good crew. I don't know what happened, but they were constantly. Somebody was always hurt. The MVP was hurt. The Lashley was hurt. Just they were snake bit. Did they say Konnan about this?
Oh, it's very perplexing to me because let me see, I lost you guys for a minute. Wait 1 second. That's very perplexing to me because MVP was the MVP during the COVID era when there was no crowds and he was out there talking and he had him in a lot of segments and he, always delivered. And Lashley's a beast. He looks like a beast. People are into him as a heel or as a face. He's one of their top players. He's a guy that you could put in the mix with Roman or anybody else and still have good matches. I don't know. Lashley's kind of not Lashley, MVP's kind of outspoken. Did he say something, get heat? I don't think he would, but Lashley definitely isn't the type of guy. I mean, it ain't like he won't speak up, but he's not the type of, he's very mellow, Because what else could it be? I mean, they were.
Well, I'm going to give this is what it could be.
Right.
Just you're from we're answering the question kind of from the talent standpoint. Okay, now get it from the office standpoint. But we don't know what this number was. But was their age exceeding their price tag? You know what I'm saying? And then it's like at the point.
Well, they're the one that. Right. They negotiated that price tag. I thought they were both very valuable.
I did too, but I'm just wondering. I'm saying they didn't. Obviously.
And they added a lot in, and they great representation for African Americans. Because they were both in suits.
Okay, kind of classy. But you don't know you have no clue what they were asking for.
Well, that could be one thing, and it could be a million things. It could be like they showed up late to a video interview. They were rude to somebody that interviewed them. We don't know. We don't know what the real reason is. That's why it's so perplexing because on air they were delivering.
Well, I have a recent comment from Bobby as he was interviewed.
Joe, you need to play your sound effects
for the breaking news.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying. I found the thing, and then
just bro. All you have to do is, if you want to speak, just play the sound effect, and we'll be quiet and just interject. It's like he's like Joe's like scared to come in like to the conversation, right?
So, and I'll have that on cue coming up. But Bobby Lashley recently, 3-4 days ago, in an interview, said when he was asked who he rocks with between Vince and Hunter. And he said, Vince understood me. Vince was big on the show. He looked at people that were stars. He saw that in me. He looked at me like a star. I like Vince. I haven't really had too much of a connection with Hunter. Hunter has his guys. I've tried, but we haven't really worked enough together to get to know each other. So there's Bobby's explanation.
Yeah, but I mean, let's be honest. It's like he had a good relationship with Vince McMahon, but they were doing that silly angle with him and Lana.
And yeah,
I mean,
Right, and the
that I don't-
hamstring
that's a
and the
fine-
hamstring thing too. But still, you
yeah,
got to
I mean,
remember.
yeah.
But you got to remember, McMahon could have used anybody, bro, and he used Lashley in that Trump angle.
Right.
Well, he believed
Well,
in
that's
him. Bro,
years
the
ago.
guy,
Yeah.
bro,
Right.
there's just guys that have star quality. Like, have you ever been to an airport and you're like, I don't know what that guy does, but he looks like he does something. Like
No,
Lashley has that X factor.
And plus, too, he's like, for a guy like Vince McMahon, I'm sure he comes across very well because he's a military guy and probably very respectful.
Yeah.
To a guy that comes from the
And
system
not
of
only
being,
that,
of
bro,
knowing the higher the chain of command.
not
It's
only
like,
that,
right,
disciplined,
yes,
professional,
right,
well-spoken, wrestling background, shoot in the military. He's half, even though he doesn't speak Spanish, he's actually Panamanian. He's half Latino. Like, he checks so many boxes off. He can talk. So very perplexing to me.
right. I said, and I was gonna ask you if you think that if the more professional wrestlers had been through military service, would the locker room be better? Like, in your opinion, what would you say?
100%.
Okay,
Yeah,
but I want to
maybe if
point.
it's the new military, they're probably a bunch
Okay,
of nerds just
well,
like
no, but I'll
society.
say this: it sounds right? But you're a military guy, and you're kind of a pain in the ass in the locker room. So I wonder if there's other guys.
But when
that were
I
kinda
need
like
to be
you,
disciplined, I'm disciplined, bro. I
Right,
work
right.
sometimes 18 hours, I with no
Right.
sleep. I mean, believe me, I'm rebellious because I'm rebellious by nature. But if I respect you, I'm disciplined. If I don't respect you, you get zero respect.
Think
that's
about
the same
that.
way I am, Konnan.
Think about that too. The WWE is out there recruiting, right? Bro, I would start looking, maybe start recruiting from the military, like guys whose service is they're coming out of their service, or maybe were Navy SEALs or something. Guys in good shape, I wonder if you'd want to recruit people like that, from the military backgrounds, So I don't know.
Disco Raven had a military background as well, and
That's a good point. Actually, no, we shouldn't have military backgrounds.
No, he wasn't really in the military. He was in the Navy Reserves. That's a
no,
bunch of pussies.
he was a Marine.
No, he wasn't.
Is that that liar?
Navy Reserves.
Yeah, he every once a month he showed up for 2 days at some base, and that was it.
I thought he was a Marine. Road Dogg was a Marine though.
Wait,
Road Dogg
time
was
out.
a Marine.
Yeah, he was.
So
But
was his dad.
Joe, you don't think that Raven would exaggerate about his military service?
I think I'm a sucker for Raven's story, so everything he says, I'm like, wow, really? He'll get me every
we
time.
never noticed that.
Yeah.
No, of course not, right? All right, suspension.
Yeah.
Here's your suspensions, D.I. Pablo, the real one, 2 weeks. You got 1 week for Wander the World, Trailer Park Trash, Z High Life Z, CA87, and Schematics, okay?
Right.
And then you also have your Beto and Matt Until They Apologize. That's Beto Garcia and Matt Hansen. And
Did they offer an apology yet?
Not that I'm aware of. So
maybe if they could offer an apology, we'll see what happens with that.
I felt bad for Jericho because he tried to apologize a couple times.
At least 6.
What else we got?
And Mike Holder.
Mike
Holder forever. Mike Holder suspended for.
Wait, but we told Mike Holder he could come up for parole of a parole hearing or something like that.
Right.
Where he would submit a question.
Right.
Yeah,
he submitted a written that we would review.
Unless it's in the mailbag. But
Yep.
It's kind of like you know what it is? This might be my first ever pardon.
Wow.
A pardon.
So
I've never pardoned anybody, have I?
Yeah, you've never had any clemency on anybody, even when Jeff Jarrett was on rehab. So yeah.
Well, I don't even know why he would get clemency for that.
Right.
Next
Some
is
people
from.
thought he should, but you didn't.
Yo, what's up? I just want to thank you guys for watching this clip. Don't forget to hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And join our YouTube membership for hours and hours of exclusive, unedited, uncensored content. And being a member will help you get involved in our upcoming live streams. Thank you for your support. Thank you for riding with us. I know you got a lot of other podcast choices, be it wrestling or other ones. And thank you for picking us. Boom.